Good morning, family. So yesterday during my Sabbath, God gave me a word for his people today. He said he is about to teach you to fight in an unusual way, okay? And so if you go to Joshua 6, it says, now the gates of Jericho were securely barred because of the Israelites. No one went out and no one came in. Then the Lord said to Joshua, see, I have delivered Jericho into your hands, along with its king and its fighting men. March around the city once with all the armed men. Do this for 6 days. Have 7 priests carry trumpets of ram horns in front of the ark. On the 7th day, march around the city 7 times with the priests blowing the trumpets. When you hear them sound a long blast on the trumpet, have the whole army give a loud shout. Then the walls of the city will collapse and the army will go up, everyone straight in, okay? So what God was showing me in this passage is, sometimes when you're in a war, and not just a regular war, in a spiritual war, right? You can't fight a spiritual war like you would do a normal war, okay? You can't fight with your hands. You can't use any kind of, regular tools or regular defense mechanisms, in order to attack a spirit, right? When you're up against a spirit, you got to do things different, right? You got to fight them differently, okay? So God said during this time, all right, somebody is going through a spiritual war, okay? And so since you can't fight a spirit like you would fight a normal person, he's going to have to teach you how to fight an unusual fight, okay? You're going to have to do things very differently than you would do, a normal fight, okay? So I just want to, I don't know who this message is for, okay? But God said it's time for fasting and praying, okay? This is how you're going to win this unusual fight, is through fasting and praying, okay? So I don't know who this message is for, but I hope you're listening. And I will be praying for you that you stay strong during this fasting and praying period, right? So that God can help you through this unusual fight, and that you can overcome these spiritual demons that are trying to hold you back and keep you from where God has already promised you, okay? Because in Joshua, God had promised them Jericho, but because Jericho had heard them coming, they went and made sure they was extra secure so that they couldn't get in and take what God had promised them, okay? So God had to show them how to fight in an unusual way in order to get through that extra security they had put up, in order to keep them out, in order to keep them from what God had already given them, okay? So if you listen to God, if you keep him, first, he will help you win this fight, okay? I love you, family. Y'all have a wonderful day.